complex evolving world, Shankara Eye Hospital knows that the continuous success depends on satisfying patients. Serving the patients well requires skilled physicians and surgeons, caring and qualified nurses.
It all started 40 years ago, inspired by the Shankaracharyas of Kanchi. Myself and my wife, Dr. Radha, we took this mission in the year 1977.
The opportunity came when Acharya addressed the doctor population that every doctor should spare some time for the less privileged. That touched our heart, and they were going to start a medical center at that time, and both of us voluntarily said that we will take it up.
Originally, it was a primary healthcare activity in the heart of the city. 10 young doctors, all of us in our mid-20s and late 20s, joined hands.
And Ramani, being a meticulous planner, he took some time and collected some of our friends. He contacted some of our friends, and those who were interested joined us. So as a group, we started this medical center. But any group should have a leader, someone who has to think of the future, the goal, how to achieve it, and someone should sacrifice some of his time and life for the cause. So that's Ramani took the responsibility, but he never called himself as a leader. He said he's the coordinator.
Later, after 8 years, we realized that we could take up one particular specialty, and we chose eye care as a specialty.
As our patients, your well-being is our top priority at Shankara. On believing that a smooth healing process requires a close partnership between you and our healthcare professionals.
As an employee of Shankara, I consider this opportunity as a very God-given opportunity because I am having two aspects of my life being accomplished. One is I'm serving my community where I live in, and secondly, I also have my career accomplishment. As a professional where I want to climb to, I'm able to do.
It's been a pleasant journey. We've set up a lot of hospitals through the period of time. We started off 4 decades ago as a 2-room medical center where our founder set up the Sankara Eye movement. And today we are proud to say that we are a network of 10 eye hospitals spread across the country. So what started off as a 2-room medical center is now a huge banyan tree which caters to almost 1,500 employees, and we perform over 150,000 free eye surgeries every year.
Today, after 40 years, as we look back with pardonable pride, we have made an impact. We have prevented many people from becoming blind. 4.5 million patients have been screened in the villages. 1.5 million free eye surgeries have been performed. 500 free eye surgeries every day across the country. The cause is not just restricted to Coimbatore, where it started in the state of Tamil Nadu. Today, it is Vande Mataram. It is a pan-India work in 10 different parts of the country, looking forward with an ambitious goal of replicating one Shankara Eye Hospital in every state of India.
As Shankara continues to expand across the country, reaching out to much more cities, many more people, the opportunities to work with Shankara also continues to increase.
For the past 18 years, we have given a lot of free hand for our surgeries and seeing patients.
From 2013 I've been working here. It's been like 4 years. The major difference here is there's so much of freedom of work here.
At Shankara, we're basically having two different verticals or two different sectors, the medical and the non-medical. So we are about 62 departments with medical and non-medical combinedly put together.
Why should someone join a hospital like Shankara? Basically, a youngster, maybe a doctor, maybe an administrator, he or she would like to have a career for themselves. They should look at job opportunities, job satisfaction, scope to grow in future, and decent monetary compensation. All the four Shankara gives in ample measures, plus it gives a pride of belonging. So it is an opportunity where a doctor or a paramedical staff or an administrator is given the latest infrastructure, the best of equipments, best of infrastructure, the knowledge and expertise to work for the cross section of the society.
At Sankara, we cater to patients both paying as well as the non-paying.
Since I joined here, I understood how well Sankara is running this community eye care model, the 80-20 model, which is very unique and it is really commendable.
From the perspective of a student, it is important for me that I get really good training. In Sankara, I have had excellent surgical opportunities. I would say it would be about 10 or 20 times more than the best institute, the second best institute where one could train as a cataract surgeon or as an as a general ophthalmologist. We have seen every kind of case that there is in the book. We have seen every kind of surgical case that can happen, and we have got really good experience in managing all of them.
So they come in at their own capacities, at their own capabilities. We also take in efforts to train them and orient them to improve and groom their skills into what the organization wants them to be. So this gives us an opportunity as well as an employee an opportunity to grow along with the organization.
நான் இங்கே வந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணும்போது ஸ்டூடெண்ட் லெவலாக வந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணேன். இங்கேருந்து மேலும் நிறையா இங்கே கற்றுக்கிட்டு எல்லா டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டு, அதாவது ஓபி, வார்டு, ஃபார்மசி, சப்ளை ஸ்டோர்ஸ், ப்ளஸ் தேட்டர், ஃப்ரீ தேட்டர் அண்ட் பேயிங் தேட்டர், எல்லா ஆல் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டு எனக்கு தெரியும். எல்லா இடத்துலையும் நான் போய் ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். இப்போ இங்கே கம்யூனிட்டி அவுட்ரீச்சில் யூனிட் ஹெட்டாக இருக்கேன்.
I came here as a fellow and now as a consultant in the same place. There has been a lot of changes that has happened over time, that is almost a decade and a half, and whatever changes that has happened has been for the good.
The two major aspects or a perspective that any professional will look into when they come into a organization to work for is that first is the monetary and the transactional benefits that they get. And secondly, the job content.
A lot of ethical practice is being followed here. We are told that do what is necessary for the patient. So that gives us a lot of self-satisfaction.
So at Sankara, the job content and the designation is directly related to each other.
For any employee who comes into the system, we have a very transparent method of analyzing the progress in terms of how each one has performed against their job description. And we also have a transparent mechanism of discussing that with the employee.
Working with our fellow employees and doctors and staff has been really good because the selection process is very good here.
So anybody who joins Sankara for the first time as a new professional or a fresher, there is a very structured training program in place which ensures they follow the processes hands-on and are able to learn the things on the job.
And everybody, I mean, like the senior management is very supportive. At Sankara, if you go with your ideas, if you go with a new concept, your senior management will always allow you to explore that, and they will always support you.
And they not only support the idea at its ideation phase, but also support you in the implementation and overall evaluation of the entire process of how it has come about, and take the feedback to improve that over and over. So it's a cyclical process. So it's a very positive environment where you get to try out a lot of things, innovate, try to learn from your failings and also from the successes that you get, and go forward.
We've had cases of people who joined us as administrators, taking up larger roles, leading units, and also leading the unit heads. So we give them a career path and a career opportunity to prove themselves.
And of course, it is very important that an individual aligns himself or herself to the organization's value.
Patient is our priority in Sankara, so we give them the first preference and everything else comes next.
They become part of the family, and like we always say, we get more than what we can possibly think of in terms of it's just not the remuneration, it is the sense of satisfaction that we've been part of changing the world.
Sankara heartily welcomes professionals, administrators and others from different parts of India to join this bandwagon. Here is an opportunity. As members of the team Sankara, we will be able to join hands and serve millions and millions of our brothers and sisters in this country, in this motherland of ours.